Welcome to 8th chapter of Metaphysical Art of War. I started this series of Metaphysical Art of War with an understanding of from action to liberation. When we punch or we do an action, how body parts are involved and how body is subtly moving to subtle bodies. That's an awareness from subtle to more subtle awareness. That's how the writing of this text, Bhagavad Gita, has started in the midst of the war. War is going to happen, and at the midst, the real hero understands or thinks or had a feeling of emotion towards his people. His discriminative power is shaped between these people and good people. To remove that doubt from him, to remove that enshrouding from him, Krishna comes and this whole text starts. This doubts or this thought process is there inside every being, inside us also. As I've explained, when Lord Kavi says, when in higher meditation you leave the body, the five enemies, the lust, anger, greed, they come out from your body as boys. In the same way as judoka Moss talking with his bad knee, as if knee is an entity. It's a very subtle way of understanding. That's why I've given a series of this metaphysical art of war. This is the 8th chapter. I will try to explain and make understand this philosophy for all martial artists and all human beings. Arjuna says, Kim tat brahma, kim madhyatmam, kim karma purushottama, adhibhutam cha kim proktam, adhidevam kim uchyate. He says, what is this Brahma? What is Adhyatma? What is Karma, O highest among the beings? That is the meaning of Purushottama. What is Adhibhut? What is known as Adhideva? Adhiyagya katham kovatra dehe ashmin madhusudana prayan kale cha katham geyo asi niyatatmavya. Who is Lord of sacrifice and how does he live in the body, O Madhusudana? And how you can be known at the time of death by the self-control. Sri Krishna says, Sri Krishna Vacha, Aksharam Brahma Paramam Svabhavo Adhyatma Uchyate Bhuta Bhavo Bhavakaro Visharga Karma Sangita. Nature of Akshar Brahma. The meaning of Akshar is which is beyond destruction. It is in Sanskrit in a way Ksharadi Vyaktirikta Akshara. One is beyond, one who is beyond destruction. Nature of Akshar Brahma is Adhyatma. Action pertaining to the development of material bodies of the living entities is called Karma. Adhibhutam ksharo bhava purusha va adhidevatam adhiyagyo ahamevatra dehe dehabhatamvara. Nature which is constantly changing is known as Adhibhuta. Human being is Adhideva. Since whole cosmos is inside him, the one who gives discriminative power to human is known as Adhiyagya. Now, what gives a discriminative power to the humans is the part of that Lord, which is inside every human being. It gives a power to come to an understanding for a human being that which is right and which is wrong. Whole Adhideva, human being is Adhideva because the whole cosmos is inside human being. Whatever you see outside this in the nature is there inside human being. That's why we meditate. Meditation is the only platform by which we come to an understanding about our own self. Then when you understand your own selves, like the Eastern philosopher says, know thyself. Like even Einstein, Albert Einstein was meditating because he was also reading Immanuel Kant at his time when he was in schools about the philosophy of space and time given by Immanuel Kant. That's how in his later years, although he was not good in mathematics, but he did his research work on mathematics. Because this kind of education, what we call as, is conventional accumulation. This doesn't give you an actually awareness of what is from your inside. Soul itself is totally aware. That's why he was meditating, Einstein, to understand, to come to an awareness as to what discriminative power he has, and from that to understand how space and time is moving. Like how Newton was in understanding that space is absolute, time is absolute, but Einstein came up with an idea it's relative. He has his backing with the philosopher Immanuel Kant. Because without that backing, you cannot come to that understanding. In the same way as every country moves, like idea of Nikola Tesla was to make a government for a global country, so that the ombudsman applies universally for all beings. Like we need today a passport to travel from country to country. Actually, not required. In this global village, all beings are same. We are coming to the same understanding what Bhagavad Gita is saying, what Lord Krishna was saying, what Nikola Tesla had to give to the world. You don't need a passport to travel around the globe. With this new awareness, we make a government like an ombudsman. We make a government with philosophers, people who have got better understanding, so that every individual is a part of the whole. We all help in a growth. We help the individual to grow. We come to an understanding that whole cosmos is inside every individual. Every other part is an extension of another. We are all the same under the roof of one Lord. Master Bruce Lee said. Thank you. Krishna further says, Andhakale cha mameva smaran muktva klevaram ya prayati samadbhavam yati nastyatra sansaya. And whoever at the end of his life quits his body remembering me alone, at once attains my nature. Of this there is no doubt. Yam yam vapismaran bhavam tyajante klevaram tam tam veti kaunteya sada tadbhava bhavita. Whatever state of being one remembers when he quits his body, O son of Kunti, that state he will attain without fail. Here he explains that suppose at the time of death, you remember something, or anyone who is dear to you, suppose your dog or your cat or your deer, and then you get birth of that dog, that cat or that deer. Suppose you remember a house at the time of death, then you become a ghost and you roam around the house. These facts, I have got this meaning, a deeper, subtle meaning of these facts. Tasmat sarvesu kalesu ma manusmara yudhyacha mayyarpit mano buddhir ma me vaishya sansayam. Therefore, Arjuna, you should follow me and act accordingly. Your tool will strike rightly if you follow me and act accordingly, and you will attain me finally. That's what Krishna says. Abhyas yoga yuktena chetasa nanyagamina paramam purusham divyam yati parthanuchintayan. One who meditates on me without deviating is sure to reach me when he leaves the body. That's what Krishna says. Now here, Anusmare means remembering or meditating upon the person who has reached a higher state of his being. Kavim Puranam Sasitara Manorniyan Manusmare. That is Anusmare. Yaha Sarvasya Dhataram Chintya Rupa Maditya Varnam Tamasa Parastar. One who is conceivable, luminous and transcendental. Remembering or meditating upon such being, you attain at the end that being. That's what Lord Krishna explains here. प्रयाण काले मनसा अचलेन भक्त्या युक्तो योग बलेन चैव भ्रुवोर मध्ये प्राणमावेश्य समय समतं परम पुरुषमुपैति दिव्यम. At the time of going or at the time of leaving the body, one who fixes his attention between eyebrows by yogic power and remembers me, that divine person or that divine person, he attains his divine state at the time of his death, remembering and this portion. Krishna says, Yad aksharam ved vido vadanti yashanti yad yatayo vidraga yadichanto brahmacharyam charanti tatte padam sangrahena pravakshe. That word which is beyond destruction, about which I said before, akshar, kshārādi vekṣirikta akshara. Definition of his akshar is one which is beyond destruction. Known by the person learnt in Vedas, desiring that state. They practice celibacy. I shall explain you that in summary, that Krishna says. Sarvadvarani sanyamya manohradi nirudhya cha murdhanya dhayatmanah pranamastito yoga dharanam. Closing all the doors of senses, fixing mind on heart and life air at the top of the head, taking the support of dharana part of the yoga. Now dharana is a part of the yoga. Ashtanga yoga has 8 parts, that's why it is known as Ashtanga. Yam, Niyam, Asana, Dhyan, Dharana and Samadhi. Now this is dharana part taken out of 8 parts of the yoga. Yam, Niyam, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara. Yam, Niyam, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana and Samadhi. So dharana is one of the part of 8 parts of Ashtanga yoga. Om ityekaksharam brahma vyavaran mamanusmaran ya prayati tejandeham sa yati paramam gatim. Om, remembering this vibrating word, one who leaves the body, he reaches to a higher state. Remember this word Om, which comes from the meaning that it has also been said that Tasya Vachaka Pranava. That sound is something which says about that one reality. Meditating on that sound, one who leaves the body at the life, and he reaches to a higher state. That's what the sloka says. Ananyachetaha satatam yo mam smarati nityashaha tasyaham sulabha partha nityayuktasya yoginaha. One who remembers me without deviating, I am easy to obtain for him, O son of Pratha, because he is constantly situated on yoga. Thank you. Krishna further says, Mam upeta punarjanma dukkhalayam sasvatam napnuvanti mahatmanah sansiddhim paramam gataha. After attaining my state, that is the state of Krishna's higher embodiment, higher awakening, yogis do not come to this world of sorrows. They go to higher states. Abrahma bhuvana lokaha punaravartino arjuna mamupetu kaunteya punarjanma na vidyate. From the highest planet to the material world, all are in a state of birth and death cycle. One who attains my state, O son of Kunti, doesn't take birth again. Sahasra yoga paryantam haryat brahmano vidva ratrim yugshastrantam te ahoratra vido janaha. Thousands millenniums taken together form the duration of Brahma's day, one day, and such is also is the duration of Brahma's night. अव्यक्तादव्यक्तव्यः सर्वाः भवन्त्यरागमे रात्र्यागमे प्रलीयन्ते तत्र तत्रैवाव्यक्तसंज्ञके. At the beginning of Brahma's day, all living entities become manifest from the unmanifested state, and when the night falls, they are merged into the unmanifested again. So as this nature moves on and on and on and on, of as the man dies and comes back into different spaces, so is the whole creation. That's what Krishna says. Thank you. Same thing, Krishna says, same thing happens again and again. We being human beings, they come, they take birth, and then they die, and then they come again in different species as per their karmas. Then they leave up the body. Then it goes on, they go on to 84 lakh species, and they get human birth for higher awakening. And if they don't, then they again go through the 84 lakh species. Same thing goes with nature also. Nature is also annihilated. Bhutagama sa evayam bhutva bhutva praliyate ratyagame avasa partha pravatya haragame. Same thing happens again and again, and we all are helpless. Paradastasmatu bhavo anyo avyakto avyaktat sanatana yasa sarveshu bhuteshu nashyatsu na vinashyati. That's the higher state of being, of higher beings. That is beyond these. It is not annihilated. Once you attain that state, then you go beyond annihilation. Avyakto akshara ityastastamahu paramam gatim yam prapya na nivartante tadhamam paramam. That which is higher and inexpressible state, having attained, one never returns. That is my supreme abode. Purusha sa para partha bhaktya lavayas tvananya yasyanta sthani bhutani yena sarvam idam tatam. Beyond this nature is that higher being and is attained by devotion. He is all-pervading and everything is situated within him. That's what he explains. If you meditate at this portion between two eyebrows, and at this time of state, if you remember the being which is of that beyond nature, beyond mind and matter, beyond higher state, then you can also go to that higher states. Thank you. Krishna further says, Yatra kale tanavrittim avrittim chaiva yoginah prayatayanti tam kalam vakshami bharatarsabha. I shall now explain to you the different times of which, passing away from the world, the yogi does or does not come back. Agnir jyotirah suklah shan masa uttarayanam tatra prayata gachanti brahma vido janaha. Firelight day, the white fortnight, the 6 months when the sun passes to the northern side, that is known as Uttarayana. Those who pass away at that time go to Brahma or to the Absolute. Dhumo ratris tatha krishna saramasa dakshinayanam tatra chandramasam jyotir yogi prapya nivartate. Smoky night or the night of waning moon, 6 months when the sun passes to the south. The mystique passing away at that time, they again come back to the mundane world. शुक्ल कृष्णे गतो हेते जगतः शाश्वते मते हे गया यात्यनावृत्तिं मन्याया वर्तते पुनः. In light or in darkness, these are two ways of passing. When passing in light, one doesn't come back. Passing in darkness, he comes back to the mundane world. नैते श्रुति पार्थ जानन् योगी गुह्यति कश्चन तस्मात् सर्वेषु कालेषु योगयुक्तो भव अर्जुन. These two different paths, even if yogi knows, O Partha, he is never bewildered. Therefore, at all times be situated in yoga, or Arjuna, O Arjuna. Vedeshu yajneshu tapasu cha eva daneshu yat punya phalam pradishtam atyeti tat sarvam idam viditva yogi param sthanam upayati chadhyam. The study of Vedas, the performance of yajna or sacrifices, undergoing different types of austerities, giving charities, yogi attains all these and the original by being situated in yoga. Thank you.